So today we're going to be making a drink with absinthe in it. If you've ever heard the rumors about absinthe bringing up green fairies, don't believe it.
Poof. Hey, what's up everyone? This is Eddie from Average Joe Drinks.
And I'm Vince, and we're here to make drinks suitable for the average Joe, just like my dad intended when he spent a lifetime collecting over 11,000 drink recipes.
Yeah, and we're Average Joes here, so we wanted to take the time and test some of these recipes out, and we're bringing you ones that we think taste the best. So sit back, enjoy, and please try this at home.
So what do you got today, Eddie? I know that you've been excited by this one.
I have. This is one of the more fun drinks to do some research on, and it's a Sazerac cocktail. I'll get into the history after. What are you making, Vince?
I'm going to make a Lychee Daiquiri. Bob in California had asked us to do a traditional daiquiri, which we're going to do.
Okay.
But got kind of sidetracked as I was looking into the whole daiquiri thing with this Lychee Daiquiri, which a lot of people don't even know what a lychee is. A lot of people want to argue about how you even pronounce it. We'll get into that too.
The Sazerac cocktail is the official drink of New Orleans. Now, any drink that's the official drink of a place that drinks a lot has probably got to be pretty good. And New Orleans, they do like to party there.
Either that or cheap to make.
That's a good point too. But if you ask anyone in New Orleans, they're going to tell you that this is the first American cocktail. And the story goes that Dr. Peychaud, pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, he had an apothecary in the 1830s, and he used to make these little drinks in these egg cups. And he'd use his bitters, which we have here. He'd use those in a spirit, sugar, water, and he would serve those in these little egg cups. And cockatier, something like that, in French is how you'd say egg or egg cup.
Huh.
Something like that. Well, us Americans being lazy with language, it eventually became cocktail.
Oh. So, size of a shot glass?
Yes.
You're saying egg cup?
Yeah, it is. It's just about that size. But that's not an egg. But that's about the size that it was.
You could fit an egg in there.
You could fit an egg in there. I could fit an egg in most places, but I'm not going to try. But
wow. Don't try this at home.
Don't try that at home. No, don't do that. But anyways, unfortunately for the people in New Orleans, that's not actually. I don't think that's true. And the reason being is in 1806, there was a newspaper, Hudson newspaper in New York. The editor, he put out a definition for the word cocktail. Any sugar, spirit, bitter, and water, that's a cocktail.
Oh, so there's an actual definition of the...
In 1806 in the paper. Well, Dr. Peychaud was born in 1805, and the good doctor may have been advanced for a 1-year-old, but I'm pretty sure he didn't invent the cocktail. Not that advanced. And I'm going to take a little detour here. A buddy of mine, Corey, Atuki, asked me if I'd ever thought about the origin of the word cocktail. And I hadn't.
I hadn't either.
So besides those two versions, there's two others that I've ran across that I found entertaining. One came from the tradition of docking the tail of a horse that was not a thoroughbred. They would call those cocktail horses. So if it's not a thoroughbred horse, they would chop the tail off. And that's the way you can determine whether it's a thoroughbred or not. Okay, well think about a cocktail. It's not pure alcohol, it's diluted. So that's where they said that the term alcohol or cocktail came from that. Because it is diluted from the cocktailed horse, not being a thoroughbred, there's your cocktail.
Huh. Any truth to that? That's actually the best story out of the ones you come up with.
Yeah, and that one's pretty believable. But there's one other from a gentleman named David Wondrich. He wrote a tribute to Jerry Thomas, father of modern mixology, which we've mentioned a few times, sir. And he said that it came from a horse trade. And what they would do is they would take a piece of ginger and they would stick it in the horse's butt. And the horse would then cock its tail up and act very frisky. I would too if I had a spicy ass, right? I mean, no, it's going to make you...
Kind of makes you... No wonder you were thinking about putting eggs anywhere.
Apparently it was subconsciously in my brain. So what they would...
Subliminal stuff going on over here today.
So what they would do, you'd get an old horse, you'd put a ginger right up the cornholio there, right before the people came to buy it, and it would look like a
real healthy horse.
Yeah, healthy horse. There you go, Corey. There are a few different alternatives for the origin of the word cocktail. Anyways, yeah, you start digging into the history of this stuff, and it becomes very unique, interesting, and strange.
I gotta admit, since we started doing this, what we're learning is making it worthwhile. We want you guys to watch, but if people quit watching us, we'd probably keep doing this. It's so much fun.
It is that much fun to look at. You're right. We've got rye whiskey. Originally, Sazerac was with cognac. Well, then it later became rye whiskey. It's a better drink. Try them with both. It's better with rye whiskey. It stands up a little bit more. So we're using rye whiskey. 2 ounces per drink. This is where the traditionalists would probably disagree with me because originally it was just made with Peychaud's bitters. And I've seen a couple different recipes with the Angostura bitters and a couple without, and I've tasted it, and it is better with.
With Angostura?
It rounds the flavor out. It's kind of like when we did the whiskey sour. It's like, hey, that tastes good. But then you put the bitters in there, like, oh, that tastes even better.
So we have a piece of ginger for the purists who don't like it?
That's right. And we know where you can put that. And one other thing about bitters, don't be afraid of bitters. The term bitters came from the 1800s. So a bitters, if you really want to think about it, it's like seasoning or spices for your cocktails.
I gotta tell you, as we were doing our research on the Bloody Marys, we put Angostura in one of them, and that actually was good. A lot better than I expected.
First, we're going to put bitters. You put between 3 and 4 good dashes per drink. And we're always going to make 2 drinks.
Why?
We're givers here at Average Joe. We want to please people. So you want to please your friends. Give them a drink. They'll be happy. Especially this one.
We're going to beat this dead horse with ginger.
With ginger. Yes. 3 to 4 dashes per drink, so we're going to do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dashes. You want this to be like a brick colored. You don't want it to be bright pink, and you don't want it to be brown. Again, this is where we break tradition a little bit. We're going to put 1 dash per drink. First one didn't come out very good, so we did 2.5. And I have 4 ounces of rye whiskey already measured out here. We're going to pour that in.
2 ounces per, right?
2 ounces per drink, exactly. And the other thing we have is a 1/4 ounce per drink of simple syrup. A lot of people like to use sugar cubes, and they mash it up, they muddle it.
That's pretty traditional too, right?
It is traditional, but for me, this is such a smooth tasting drink. It's strong, but it's very smooth. So I want both the taste and the feel to kind of work together. I don't want the grittiness of that, so this is what I use. But be careful. If you notice, we do have citrus here, but we're just going to use a zest. There's no lemon juice, there's no lime juice to kind of counterbalance the sweetness, so don't over sweeten. Start easy and then work your way up. We're going to put that in here. Since there is no citrus in here, we don't have to force the ingredients together, so we're going to stir. Part of the ritual. They say about 30 times.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to stir 30 times, and you might not see all those. And there we go. And here's another unique thing. We're going to set this aside. We're going to take both these drinks, and we're going to take absinthe. You notice I am wearing green. I'm not a green fairy, nor will you ever see a green fairy if you drink this.
Which
we're going to put about a 1/4 ounce of absinthe in here.
Per glass.
And we're not going to drink. All we're doing is we're going to coat it. You can swirl it around, you can throw it in the air, but I wouldn't recommend it if you're not a pro like I'm not, because I'm just an average Joe. So a better way to do it would be to swirl it around. And all you're trying to do is you're trying to get it, you see the glass is frosted there, so I'm just getting, so I've successfully and unsuccessfully swirled this all around. I do smell amazing right now. It's like a good cologne. You should try it, but I'm going to dump these out.
Absinthe. Get you the ladies.
Now, absinthe is very strong. It's 124 proof. So you don't actually want to drink it. It's just more for the actual smell. So now we're just going to pour this in here.
So basically what you're saying is it's a liquid garnish.
It is a liquid garnish.
And it's interesting because as we do our research and stuff, I'm finding more and more drinks that have an anise-based something or other put in the glass, swirled around, and then thrown out.
Yeah, and it is really just kind of giving you that nose appeal. And here's one thing we're going to do with this. And if you can see, we're going to try to get a close-up so you can see it. But you're going to then squeeze it. Have the lemon, the yellow part facing the drink. And you notice I got a pretty good zest on there. I got almost no pith. And you're going to squeeze it in there. And actually the oils are going to be sprayed inside here. And now we want to rim the glass. And we're actually going to do what they call, if you ever see some of the recipes in the olden days, they call them express and discard. So we express the lemon peel in there and we discard it. You're not actually going to put it in the drink. And I'm going to do the same thing for this one.
So you probably can't see this. Maybe in the close-up you will, but you can see the oils from the lemon swirling around on top of the cocktail. Seriously, that's kind of neat.
And that is all there is to it. And if you really put it up to your nose, you should get a nice heavy dose of lemon and a little bit of the absinthe.
Yeah.
And then when you taste it, you're going to get just a little lemon because we rim the glass, the absinthe, and then you're going to get the strong part of the rye whiskey. So there it is, a perfectly made Sazerac cocktail. Cheers.
Cheers. I'm really enjoying the smell first. I mean, it really does smell good. That's huge to me.
Yeah, it is, and it just adds to the entire experience. And it is a little strong, but it is just such a smooth flavor.
That's really something. I really like that too.
Yeah, it is strong. It is, but with the entire experience, that is a great cocktail.
That's a great drink.
It's a short cocktail, but it's very potent.
All right, so Bob in California actually sent us maybe a couple months ago now, and hopefully these videos stay on the internet for a while, so we're not going to give a year and a date. We're not going to let you know how old this really is. I don't know if you guys have seen or if you remember our Halloween videos, but we did a drink that was garnished with an eyeball.
Yeah, you'll see, we'll put it at the end of the video, you can see that one.
So the fruit that we use is called the lychee, Southeast Asian fruit, very sweet, small, it's about the size of a walnut. Growing up as a kid, we ate them. I think they're starting to grow them in North America now. So they're spreading out as an accepted fruit, but a lot of people haven't heard them. Really tasty. We decided that we're going to try to make a daiquiri out of it. So Bob, we'll get to your request soon. For the time being though, I'm going to do a very simple variation of the daiquiri. Here in Arizona, daiquiris and margaritas, actually margaritas are a lot more common. The only difference between the two drinks is rum versus tequila. A daiquiri is named after a beach in Cuba. But when we do the traditional daiquiri recipe, we'll get a lot more into that. I have all my stuff. It's a very simple drink. It's only got 3 ingredients in it. Start with, per drink, no, for 2 drinks, you're going to start with about 16 ounces of lychees. Comes out a little bit better if you're going to try to freeze it, to freeze the lychees in their juice ahead of time. Okay, so you just plop that into a blender. We're going to add about, excuse me, a half a cup of ice and 3 ounces of Malibu Rum. Malibu Rum, coconut rum. As you can see, this is a very sweet drink already.
We're sweet guys, so that makes sense.
We're sweet guys. We're going to blend it, because this is the magic of editing. Eddie's editing. Pour it out, and it really is as simple as that. Don't worry if you see a couple of floaties in there, that's the fruit.
It's not ginger.
It's not ginger. And in a nod to the traditional daiquiri, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to garnish it with a lime. Not so much because the lime is going to add any flavor to this, because as you see, there's no citrus in the drink itself whatsoever. But traditionally, a daiquiri has lime in it, so we're going to go with that. And that's it. Very simple drink, good for parties. A little unusual. If you don't know what a lychee is, if your guests don't know what a lychee is, they're going to kind of get a thrill out of it, hopefully.
I'm trying to figure out what it smells like to kind of give a description.
It's hard to describe the smell of a lychee.
Pineapple-y? I mean...
well, you've got some coconut rum in there, so there's... But the lychee really overpowers it. And if you don't know what a lychee smells like, it's almost like trying to describe the color red to someone. You have to experience it. Otherwise, you don't know.
So go out and look at the color red and smell the lychee.
And smell the lychee.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, sorry. Good party drink. Tastes like a Halloween garnish.
Yeah, it is. I can't really describe the taste, but it's good.
It's really unique. If you like lychees, you'll love this. If you don't like lychees, we'll get into the traditional daiquiri later.
That's good. I like that. It's a good drink.
So there it is. There's your lychee daiquiri.
Yeah, and if you enjoyed what you saw today, please do a few things for us. One, give us a like on Facebook and YouTube. Go over to our channel on YouTube if you have not subscribed to it yet. Please do.
Please do.
Yeah. And share it with other people. We really want to grow this community, and we can't do it without you.
Right, it's important. Also, please visit our blog. We're at www.averagejoedrinks.com. In case you didn't know, now in the year 2017 and beyond, you don't need to use the www anymore. So averagejoedrinks.com, right?
Absolutely.
You know these things.
Yeah, a couple things.
We're going to continue to improve it, and we'd really love to have your requests, your feedback, your thoughts. Let us know what you want to see in upcoming episodes. Really, we thrive on the feedback. It's important to us. Please drink responsibly, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. On today's episode, we're going to be doing a cocktail with absinthe, and what we'd like to do is we'd like you to send in your videos of you trying absinthe, preferably for the first time, and I'm going to show you how much you should be putting in your glass. I mean it. That's it.
Yes.
Drink responsibly.
The cinnamon challenge has nothing on this.
The absinthe challenge.
Whoa!
Come on. Send us your videos. Thanks for watching.